Hi, so on today's video I will be making a display case for my Ironman 70.3 finisher medal, and the same could be done to any marathon or other event medal you want to display. I will be making the case out of some leftover walnut that I have. And like with most of the woodworking projects, I started by running the piece through the jointer. As you might have guessed, I ran it through the planer as well. Then I had to rip the piece in the middle to get two pieces, so I would have enough wood to do all the pieces for the display case. Then I ran the other piece through the table saw as well, just to make sure that the pieces are the same width. Then to do the crosscut, I attached a piece of wood to the fence with a clamp, just to make sure that there's some room between the fence and the piece when I'm doing the cut, so it doesn't backfire. As I'm doing a pentagon shaped display case, I needed to set the table saw to 54 degrees. And I guess there is a way how to calculate what the correct angle should be, but I just went the easy route and googled what the correct angle should be. At this point I was just rough cutting the pieces to be a bit oversized, as I needed to make second cut to the other end to get the correct angle to that as well. Once all the pieces were cut, it was time to set the stock plug to this lead and then do the cuts on the other side to get the correct angles to both ends. And for all these cuts, I used a sacrificial piece of wood behind the actual pieces to prevent some tear out. Now that I had all the pieces cut out, it was time to see if they would fit together. Obviously the size of the display case depends on what you want to display in it. In my case, I got the inner edge of the wood to be 9 centimeters, which is roughly 3.5 inches. Even though I said at the beginning that I was doing this out of some walnut, I actually at this point started to think that do I want to use walnut for the backer, or if I would want to use some maple to give a bit more contrast to the metal. But at the end I ended up going with the walnut anyways. As I learned from one of my earlier videos where I made the dog beds, the riving knife on my table saw is just a bit higher than the table saw blade is, so to do the next cuts I removed the riving knife to make the cuts nicely. And it doesn't take that much time to remove the riving knife, and at the end it saves a lot of time from doing any cleanup on the cuts, so that's really nice. Then it was time to do the grooves for the back panel, and to get the size correctly I used a scrap piece of wood to get the size to be precise for the actual piece. And the past me doing the cuts doesn't know it yet, but he will realize it in a bit, but there's something wrong with the cuts. After multiple passes, I got the size down to be correct, and this is now the time when I realized that I had made a mistake. So, as you can see here, I made the cuts to the wrong side of the wood. I should have made them on this side, but I ended up making them on the back side of the case. To fix the situation, I needed to make additional cut to the pieces. So instead of attaching the back panel between all of the frame pieces, I will now attach it behind the frame. And here you can see how it looks after I had done all the cuts. After having overcome that mishap, it was time to start preparing for the glue up. And to make the assembly a bit easier, I used some blue tape to attach the pieces to each other, so then I could just spread the glue between the joints and then roll it up. While we wait me to tape down the pieces, I think this would be a good time to remind you that if you haven't already and you enjoy the video, please leave it a like, and if you want to see more of these videos, remember to subscribe to the channel as well. And I would also like to hear down in the comments if you've completed any events during the past summer, whether it's a marathon, half a marathon, triathlon or something else. And if you are planning to make a case for your finisher medal. So please let me know down in the comments. Having the pieces taped down, it was really easy to do the glue up. It was just putting some glue between the joints, spreading it out, and then rolling the whole thing up and putting a last piece of tape between the two pieces. It was time to do the panel glue up, and I actually didn't show you when I was cutting down these pieces, as I did have a strip of wood already laying around from some cutting board project, which I just ended up using for this. As you can see here, I ended up attaching this strap ratchet clamp around the frame just to make sure that the joints were tight enough. Next, it was time to do some sanding, so I attached the panel to the workbench and then started sanding. The workbench is actually a new addition to the workshop, but it's been really handy on these smaller projects because now I can clamp down the pieces when I'm sanding them or planing them down. And the workbench is actually my great-granddad's old one. My mom has had it in their storage for the past 20-ish years, and she just recently asked if I wanted it in my workshop, and obviously I took it. But I'm still thinking that at some point I would probably want a bit bigger one, because for any bigger projects this is just way too light and small to do any work on them. But now that I had sanded down the panel, it was time to mark down where I would need to do the cuts to get it the right size. And to do this, I just laid down the frame on top of the panel and marked down the line with a pencil. To do the cuts, I just used the jigsaw. The edges were a bit rough after the cuts. I hand sanded the edges to make them a bit nicer. Then it was time to do some more sanding, as I still needed to sand down the frame. And as I was just praising how handy having the workbench has been, and now I'm not clamping down the piece to it. Then to clean out the corners from the squeeze out glue, I just used some chisels. Now it was time to test out if the back panel would fit nicely between the frame. As it did fit nicely, now it was time to glue it down to the frame. Once the glue had had enough time to dry, then it was time to mark down where I would need to make the cut on the panel to get the ribbon through, as I don't want it behind the metal, but I want it behind the whole frame. The way that I did it was that I drilled down some small holes to the panel and then used the chisel to cut them out. I guess the easiest way to do this would be with a router, but I didn't have small enough bit for the router to do this. Once I had the hole cut out and cleaned with some sandpaper, it was time to try it out with the ribbon. I think it came out really nice at the end, and you can't even see the hole as the ribbon goes through it. Then it was just a matter of finishing the piece, and to do that I'm using some Osmo clear wood wax. It's really nice to see how the clear wax brings out the wood grain from the piece as well. Before this, I've been storing the metal on our fridge with using these adhesive magnets on it, and I thought that it would be an easy way to attach the metal to the display case the same way, so I cut down some magnet strips and glued them down to the back of the case. As I'm still a bit unsure where I will be storing this from now on, I did attach a string to the back of the case so I could hang it on a wall, or if I just want to have it on a desk, then I can do that as well, but at least I would have the options available to me. I could also put a rubber string between the screws behind the panel to hold down the ribbon. To be able to hang this from a wall, I'm using some small screws and attaching some metal wire between them so I could hang it from that. With that done, the project is now finished. I think this was a really nice and quick weekend project to do and doesn't require a lot of wood to be done, so it's really easy to do from some scrap pieces, and I think it's a really nice display case to hold down these metals. That's all from this time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!